All right, so we're diving into crypto today.
Sounds good.
And, we're looking at Alchemy Pay.
Okay.
Specifically, this idea that Alchemy Pay is going to hit $1 by 2025.
All right.
So that's what we're going to look at today, and we've got two sources.
Okay.
One is this really short statement. It doesn't have a lot of info. Just says Alchemy to $1.
Just a prediction.
Yeah, just a straight prediction. And then we've got this YouTube video by the Big BC Finance channel.
Okay.
And they kind of lay out the case for it.
Interesting.
So you want to know, is this hype? Or is there something real here?
Yeah. Is there any substance to this?
Exactly. So let's break it down.
Okay, I'm ready.
So I think the first thing that we should talk about is just the momentum that Alchemy Pay has had recently.
Yeah, for sure.
It's seen a 53% price surge.
Wow.
3 green candles in a row.
Yeah, that'll get people's attention.
Yeah, that'll definitely get people excited.
Yeah, I think a lot of the buzz around Alchemy Pay right now is tied to this crypto conference that's happening in Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah?
On February 19th and 20th.
The Big BC Finance channel mentioned that, too.
Yeah.
They're saying there's potential for new partnerships there, maybe some increased visibility, all that could lead to some big changes.
Right. It could be a really big deal for them, but, we've got to be careful with hype.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's always that risk of a sell news situation.
Right.
If the conference doesn't live up to the hype, people might just dump their holdings.
Yeah, we definitely need to be cautious about that.
Absolutely.
There's also something else we need to keep in mind.
What's that?
Alchemy Pay's recently gotten some regulatory approvals in the EU and Australia.
Oh, right.
And I think that's huge.
That's massive.
Being able to tap into new markets like that.
Absolutely. That's got to be a major boost for any crypto company.
Okay, so we've got this momentum. We've got this conference coming up. We've got this global expansion happening.
Right.
What about the technicals?
Okay, so the Big BC Finance channel, they get pretty deep into the technical analysis.
Yeah.
And they start by looking at these Fibonacci retracement levels.
Okay, I think you're going to have to explain that one to me.
Sure. So basically, these levels are based on the mathematical sequence.
Okay.
And it pops up a lot in financial markets.
Interesting.
And it can give us an idea of where prices might reverse or find support.
So what do these Fibonacci levels tell us about Alchemy Pay in the short term?
Well, they point out a couple of key levels.
Okay.
They say there might be some resistance around 3.8 cents.
Okay.
And then if it keeps going up, maybe some more resistance at 4.6 cents.
So those are points where we might see it pause or even dip a little?
Exactly. And they also identify a support level at 2.9 cents.
Okay, so kind of like a safety net.
Yeah, exactly. If the price drops, it might find support there and bounce back up.
So even if there is a correction, it might not be a big deal.
Yeah, that's what it's suggesting.
Interesting. And what about if the trend continues upward?
Well, based on this analysis, they think there's a potential 70% upside to 5.8 cents.
Okay, so that's short term.
Right.
Now, the Big BC Finance channel, they really get into it with their long-term analysis.
Yeah.
They even compare Alchemy Pay to Ethereum.
Right. And this is where things start to be really interesting.
Okay, let's
point to this resistance level at 6 cents.
Okay.
They say if Alchemy Pay breaks through that level,
that's when things get really exciting.
Exactly. And they say that could trigger a huge price pump.
Wow.
Potentially sending ACH to 41 cents.
41 cents.
Yeah, that's their first major target.
That's a pretty big jump.
It is. And if things go really crazy, they say it could even hit $2.10.
$2.10.
Yeah, based on this longer-term triangle pattern. But that's definitely getting into speculation territory.
All right, so we're talking potential here, not guarantees.
Exactly. And it's important to remember that we need to see it break through that 6-cent resistance first.
Right. That's the key.
Yeah, that's the first hurdle.
Those are some pretty exciting price targets.
Yeah, they are.
But I think we need to talk about some of the potential risks, too.
Yeah, definitely. No investment is without risk.
Especially in crypto.
Right, exactly.
So what could get an Alchemy Pay's way?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is competition.
Yeah, that makes sense. The crypto payment space is getting crowded.
It really is. There are a lot of players vying for a piece of the pie.
So who are some of the big names Alchemy Pay needs to worry about?
Well, you've got players like Ripple and Stellar.
Okay, yeah, those are established.
Right. They're both focused on cross-border payments and financial solution. And then you have the traditional giants like PayPal and Visa.
Oh, yeah, they're starting to get involved in crypto, too.
They're dipping their toes in the water.
So it's not just about having a good product anymore.
No, it's about standing out from the crowd.
And innovating.
Exactly.
You have to be able to keep up with the pace.
Right. And that brings us to another big point.
What's that?
Regulation.
Oh, yeah.
The crypto regulatory landscape is still evolving.
It's a big question mark.
It is, and that uncertainty can be a major hurdle.
Yeah, how so?
Well, imagine Alchemy Pay secures this amazing partnership.
Okay.
And then suddenly, the country they're working with introduces strict crypto regulations.
Oh, that would throw a wrench in the works.
It could really hinder their growth.
Or what about if there's a crackdown on stablecoins?
Right, that's another big one.
Especially if Alchemy Pay's platform relies heavily on them.
Yeah, it could significantly disrupt their
So
operations.
they need to be adaptable
Absolutely, they need to be able to react quickly to changes.
and have a strong legal and compliance team.
Yeah, for sure, they've got to navigate this complex landscape carefully.
Okay, so we've got competition and we've got regulation.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else we need to be thinking about?
Well, there's also the constant pressure of technological advancement.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
The crypto world is moving so fast.
What's cutting edge today could be outdated tomorrow.
Exactly. It's like a race you have to keep running just to stay in place.
So they can't afford to rest on their laurels.
Nope. They have to constantly innovate and improve their platform.
Okay, so they've got their work cut out for them.
They do, but, they've already shown that they're resilient.
Yeah, they've secured regulatory approvals. They're building partnerships. They're
Uh,
expanding their network.
They're not afraid of a challenge.
That's for sure. Okay, so we've talked about the challenges.
Yeah.
But what about the specific features of Alchemy Pay?
Okay.
What are they doing that could actually propel them towards that $1 target?
Well, I think one of their biggest strengths is their focus on bridging that gap between traditional finance and crypto.
Okay, tell me more about that.
So they're not just another crypto exchange or payment processor. They're building this platform that allows fiat and crypto to coexist.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they want to make it so you can use crypto for everyday transactions.
Like paying for groceries or sending money overseas.
Exactly, they want to make it seamless and easy to use.
That's a pretty big goal.
It is, but it's a vision they're actively working towards.
So how do they actually make this happen?
Well, they've developed this hybrid payment system.
Okay.
It integrates with traditional payment networks and blockchain technology.
So they're not making users choose between fiat and crypto.
Nope, they're bringing them together.
And that's a good thing, right?
I think so, especially in a world where both systems are evolving so rapidly.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
This ability to bridge the gap could be crucial for wider crypto adoption.
And that's where things get really exciting for Alchemy Pay.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here.
Good.
This isn't just about hitting a certain price target.
Right.
It's about becoming a key player in the future of finance.
That's exactly it.
But what does that future even look like?
That's a great question, and it's one we'll explore in the final part of our deep dive.
Sounds good. I'm ready for part 3. Okay, so we talked about the technical analysis, we looked at the challenges, and we even dove into some of Alchemy Pay's unique features.
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground.
But now I think it's time to step back and look at the bigger picture.
Okay, I like it.
Can Alchemy Pay really become a major player in the future of finance?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And to answer that, we need to go back to the fundamental problem Alchemy Pay is trying to solve.
Okay.
Bridging the gap between traditional finance and the crypto world.
I'm still not totally clear on why that gap is such a big deal.
Well, think about it. Imagine being able to use your crypto for anything.
Okay?
Like buying groceries, paying bills, sending money internationally.
Okay.
All without the hassle and fees of traditional systems.
That would be pretty amazing.
Exactly, and that's the vision Alchemy Pay is working towards.
So they're not just trying to be another crypto company.
No, they're aiming much higher. They want to build a whole new financial ecosystem.
Wow, that's ambitious.
It is, but they're creating the infrastructure for a more inclusive and accessible financial system.
Where anyone can use crypto.
Exactly, without limitations, and if they can pull it off,
Yep.
the impact could be huge.
Okay, I get it. It's a bold vision, but how realistic is it?
Well, crypto adoption is still in its early stages.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's growing, and as more people realize the potential of crypto, the need for a bridge between the two worlds becomes even more critical.
So if crypto does go mainstream,
Yeah.
Alchemy Pay would be in a prime position to capitalize on that.
Absolutely. And don't forget those regulatory approvals we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Those are essential for building trust and legitimacy within the traditional financial system.
So it seems like they're playing the long game here.
I think so. They're building relationships and establishing a solid foundation.
Okay, but let's get back to that $1 prediction for 2025.
All right.
After everything we've talked about, do you think it's really possible?
It's impossible to say for sure, but
Yeah.
I think the pieces are there if they keep executing their strategy.
Okay.
Secure those key partnerships, navigate the regulatory landscape.
Right.
Reaching $1 is definitely within the realm of possibility.
But we have to acknowledge the elephant in the room here.
What's that?
The crypto market is notoriously volatile.
Oh, yeah.
There are a lot of things that could go wrong.
Definitely. It's a high-risk, high-reward game.
And the Big BC Finance channel even suggests taking profits along the way to manage that risk.
Yeah, that's a smart move. But what's really exciting about Alchemy Pay
What?
isn't just the price potential.
Okay.
It's the fact that they're doing something truly groundbreaking. They're trying to reshape the future of finance, and that's something worth paying attention to.
I agree. So I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah, it's been a great discussion.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
I would just say this Alchemy Pay's journey is a perfect example of the innovation that's happening in the crypto space. Whether they hit $1 or not, they're pushing boundaries and creating solutions that could benefit millions of people.
Well said. So to our listener, we leave you with this.
Okay.
Given Alchemy Pay's focus on bridging the gap between traditional finance and crypto and their global expansion plans, could they be the key that unlocks a future where digital currencies are seamlessly integrated into our everyday lives?
It's a fascinating question.
It is, and only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the world of finance is changing rapidly, and Alchemy Pay is at the forefront of that change.
That's why we do this show.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep into the world of knowledge and discovery.